All right. Hello, everyone. It's Solarhead 1022, the creator of this channel. But yeah, and I gotta tell y'all something. Let's talk about what's going on right now. I don't feel safe on the internet anymore. The internet was captivating, and I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, it's crazy. We're living in a crazy world right now, and I don't know what to say after that. But I mean, um, I feel attacked. I feel I am getting attacked and harassed by this guy named Spoonman, and or should I say Spoonman Arts? That's his name. And he's the guy that is holding my past, and he wants to hold on to my past, and he wants to hold on to He Alien's past as well. He wants to hold on to my past of what I did was wrong. You know, I know what I did was wrong, and I did apologize to him. I did, and he couldn't forgive me. You know, I wanted him to forgive me, but he couldn't. And he thinks I'm the same person. No wonder he calls himself a Christian, you know. No wonder he calls himself a Christian, doing all that mess up stuff to me. That's what fake Christians do. Mock, doing all these mess up things like lying and getting away with things. That's what a fake Christian would do. Like they're not real Christians in general. And they like to protect their sins of what they commit. Like they want to hide in darkness. That's all they want. They don't want their sins to get exposed. And I'm the man that is suffering with autism. Like I have a spectrum disorder, intellect disorder, schizophrenia, and PTSD. Those things of what I'm diagnosed with, and it's crazy. And it's just crazy how Spoonman thinks I have fake schizophrenia and fake PTSD. I tried to explain of what I'm going through. I tried to explain this to him, and he couldn't believe me. That was last year though. But right now, Let me tell y'all this. Like earlier, right? I do remember like getting pissed off, and I was like angry, and I was like swearing. I was hitting some things, and my mom heard me, and he called my name out and said, and she was like, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" And I was like, I was not okay. I was never okay, and I never felt okay. I felt threatened. I was threatened by this guy named Spoonman. I don't feel all that safe. And and Spoonman was cruel. He was like holding me back to my past and all that. He made a mockery out of me and all that. He took advantage of me, and he was like trying to like, what could I say? Like I'm trying to remember of what I'm going through. Yeah, I don't know how to explain this, but where was I? I was talking about. Oh yeah, my mom that called me out. Yeah. Well, I showed her I showed her this post of what I said about Spoonman. And yeah, and she read the entire thing, and and now she knows what's going on and all of that. And not gonna lie, last year I do remember being cyberbullied by Onyx and his friends that make fun of me and all that because of how I look in RL. My, you know, let me explain. Like in the past, last year, Onyx, like, he made fun of my face and all that without my mask on, without this hoodie on, and all that. I get make fun of because of how I look, and I don't. And this time, I don't want to share my face to anyone anymore. And that's the reason why since in the past, I've always wanted to wear a mask. I've always wanted to wear a mask before 2025, right? Yeah, I like wearing a mask, and it made me feel comfortable. I would say, but I'm not a ninja. No, I'm not. I'm not 100% a ninja. But what I'm trying to explain, like I've been cyberbullied. I've been cyberbullied. I was harassed. I was this and that and all that. It's crazy by Onyx friends and all that. But it's a long story. But yeah, I'll let that slide. But we're t- I'm I'm talking about right now. This is worse than last year. Like I don't feel safe anymore. Spoonman is the bully, but not Onyx. He changed, but yeah, I'm no longer friends with Onyx. But yeah, I used to be friends with him, but now I'm no longer friends with him. But yeah, it's a long story. But I used to be Spoonman's friend, but he was like he wanted me he wanted me to think about what he alien did in the past. He doesn't want he doesn't he doesn't he doesn't he doesn't want me to forgive he of what he did in the past. And it's crazy. I don't know how to explain this, but it's crazy. And I never wanted this stuff to happen to me, and I don't deserve the harassment. I don't deserve that. And I felt threatened by Spoonman. I was stalked by Spoonman and all that mess up stuff, and I felt picked on and all of that. Including last year, I do remember feeling like I was picked on, and it's crazy. And you know what? I'm tired of holding back and all that. I hate when people hold me back to my past of what I did was wrong. And it's crazy. Just like what I said, just like what I said, like what did I did wrong to Spookman? I created that female heat alien stepping on Spoonman and Ravenova 14. I stepped on them. No, what? I didn't step on them. Like the female he alien stepped on them. It's a render of female he alien stepping on Spoonman and Ravenova 14. And yeah. Hmm. Okay. So, you know, I don't want people to hold me back to my past, and that's what I'm trying to say. And I don't understand why these people don't forgive me. Why Raven doesn't forgive me, and why Spoonman and his other friend couldn't forgive me of what I did. I was attacked by this person before on Discord on the group chat of what Spoonman created, and it was crazy. If they want to threaten me and all of that, I had to step away from this. I had to step away from YouTube this time. I'm not going to be around YouTube anymore. I don't feel safe there. I gotta find I gotta find somewhere so I can be safe. It's hard to find somewhere to be safe. I got I got I gotta stay close to my friends of who I trust. You know these. I know these two individuals who I know in RL. His name is Gassy Man, Dark Lord. Yeah, I. Those two are my friends. I have them as my friend, and I know them since college last year, and I met them, and I trusted them, and I still do. And yeah, at first I thought I was gonna be a lonely person, but right now, I don't feel lonely. I need a friend. I needed a friend to help me sort things out. And yeah, what I'm trying to say is that I don't feel safe on the internet anymore. I want I want to be, away from social media and cut off all the social medias and be set apart. I just feel like I have to forget about the Heroesville Association, and I feel like I have to forget about everything, on social media, including YouTube as well too. I think that's what I have to do. It's my decision. It's my decision to make. Nobody didn't. Nobody didn't make that decision for me. I have my own decisions. You know, I want to know who I am and all that. I'm tired of being a miserable person and living in too. I've been living in too much regret, and I've been living in too much misery. And this time, I can't let lust and sloth hold me back. And I can't let these type of people hold me back as well too. Of what I did was wrong. I know I commit some sinful stuff, but in the past, including right now, I'm still stuck with the sin, masturbation and all that mess up stuff. I'm stuck with that sin masturbation, and not only that, there could be other sins that I'm stuck with. Is sloth, it's like I've been tortured by sloth, and I just feel like I don't want to do anything. And I've been trying to resist sloth out of my systems. I want it out of my systems, and I want it all out. Like I don't want these demons to hold me back. Even the devil wants to hold me back as well too. And I felt like I shouldn't be. I don't deserve all the torture. I don't. Like I do remember some people that tried to torture me before. It happened on me on the internet. Torture is no good. There are different type of tortures. There is sexual torture. There is there's different type of tortures that's out there in the world. But this time I want to be free. And being in my comfort zone won't help either. Being in this comfort zone ain't gonna help me on my level. Comfort zone is keeping me in misery. And I want to get out of it. And I want to go to places. And that's it. And yeah, it's like we're living in a society we're living in a society where they don't want men to be men, but they want men to be like women. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to. I feel like they're trying to eliminate masculinity. That's what they're trying to do. That's what society is secretly doing, I think. And it's crazy of how they don't want men to be men, and and they want man to be woman, to be like woman, I would say. And not only that, there's some women that are probably masculine, but yeah, like they want women to be more dominant than men. And it's a crazy society. Society is sick in the mind, and this they're trying to silence the ones that speak the truth. Society is trying to silence those that speak the truth. They want us to remain in the dark, not in the light. What I'm trying to say is that they don't want us in the light. But I know I said that. How many times did I say that? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what to say after that. But man, it's crazy. I mean, I don't deserve all of this harassment from Spoonman. Like I done nothing wrong to him. I mean like I did something wrong to him. I know what I did was wrong. I wanted him to forgive me. I want him to forgive me. And I especially Spoonman should forgive He Alien as well too. But guess what? Let me tell y'all this. Spoonman betrayed him since last year, and it was not good. I don't understand why Spoonman betrayed He Alien. I don't know why. I don't know what's behind that. Why? I mean, what Spoonman did was disgraceful. It wasn't good. And I can't let and let me tell you all this. The internet feels like torture. It felt like captivity. That's all it feels like. They don't it feels like the internet don't want us to have more experience about they don't want us to have more experience about the real world. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't want us to have experience about the real world. And that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. it's like I want to I want to be I do want to be with God. Like I do want to be, but there's so much chaos going on in my life and all that. I've been feeling I've been feeling regretful, and I've been feeling miserable, and I've been feeling suicidal. I've been through depression before, and I've been through sadness. I've been through I have emotions, and I'm a human being. I'm not a demon. I'm a human. Humans have more authority than animals, and that's the truth. I don't defend all this furry crap. I don't defend all this weed crap, this whatever and all that. We're living in a society full of craziness, and I'm tired of feeling like I'm blind every single day. Like like I don't see the truth. I want to see the truth. I don't want to see lies. I meant I can't let lies blind me. That's what I'm trying to say. I hate to be captivated by lies. Yeah. The internet is crazy and I don't want to be a part of this anymore. And you know what? I told my parents about Spoon Man. I told my parents about Spoon Man. And they know what's going on. And I don't want this snake to mess with me. I want this snake to leave me alone. You know, the devil and demons, they'll never leave humans alone. They just want them in hell. They want them in hell so bad. Like there were so when you keep sinning day by day, you know, after that, after after sinning, after sinning you might die and then you might end up in judgment day or you might end up in hell. Well, who knows? Because, it's crazy of how society is secretly evil. And I don't trust society. I don't put my faith in society. I'd rather put my faith in Jesus. He's the way in the life. And I know the devil is after me and all that. And he's using Spoonman against me. And that's what I'm trying to say. And it's so crazy of how Spoonman, wanted to hold me back. And, I don't deserve all that mess up crap. I don't deserve it. And I want this snake to leave me alone. And he alien alone. I know he won't, but he got to stop. I'm not you know, you know, if people make a mockery out of you, trust me, they're like hyenas mocking a lion. straight up. And what I'm trying to say is that don't let these type of people hold you back. And you gotta speak the truth. If they're trying to hold you back to your past, don't let them do it. Be on your guard and stay away from these people and be far away from the internet and embrace nature, embrace God's nature in you. Forget about the worldly stuff. Never put your faith in the world. Never. And you want to know this, like and I don't know what to say about her, but she's holding me back as well too. Same thing with Spoonman as well. No wonder these things are holding me back. I just feel like they want me down so bad, and they don't want me to. And I feel like they don't want me to succeed at life. Like these people want me miserable and make me feel down about myself and feel I have to be set away from YouTube this time. I want to be away from YouTube. I don't believe in fame, but yeah, I don't know what to say, but yeah, I'm tired of being a lukewarm Christian. And I'm tired of living that way. Not gonna lie, I've been listening to secular music, like bad music and all that, like that has cuss words and it has like blasphemous things in the music. Like I've been listening to those and it wasn't good. That's because I was like miserable and I was broken. I've been feeling that for days and I never wanted that. And I hope this message helps y'all of what I'm saying. Like, I'm at like, what am I trying to say? Like, of what I'm saying. I mean, I hope my words help y'all. I don't want y'all to be discouraged, but I want y'all to be encouraged. Just like my two friends who want to encourage me to move forward. My RL friends who I met in college. Dark Lord, my friend, he's a martial artist, and my friend Gassy Man, he's an inspiring and an encouraging friend. Yeah, he's very encouraging, and we talk about jokes and stuff. Like I laugh with him, and yeah, I remember we laughed, but it's a long story. But yeah, I hate to lose hope, and I hate to lose faith in Jesus. I want to put my faith in Jesus, and you know, I know Jesus died for my sins. Like Jesus saved us all. And I can't let this LGBTQ nonsense silence me. I gotta keep moving forward. This world is straight up captivity. It feels like captivity to me. This world. Like it felt this is a temporary war, but it's bondage. Even hell is bondage. It's captivity. And Jesus wants to be set free from captivity of this of this world. And I do gotta say, a lot of people say some people think love is sex, but no, love is not sex. It never was sex. And love is not romance. Nope. Like, you wanna know what love is? Like, lust I mean, love does not boast nor envy. It does not envy. Love is patient. Love is kind, and yeah. I mean, I don't know everything about love. I don't know all of it. But but we do gotta be careful what we believe. And yeah, you gotta like put your trust in God's word and instead of human words. And yeah, and it's best for you to move forward. And yeah, never let these wolves and snakes hold you back. You gotta move forward, and that's it. Like, you gotta be strong, and you gotta be courageous. Do not be afraid nor be dismayed. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. I mean, whenever you go. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to remember my verses. That's what I'm trying to remember. Joshua 1:9. Yeah, that's my favorite verse right there. It does remind me to be strong and courageous at the same time. And I don't want to be misguided, but I want it to be strong and I gotta move forward. I can't let the past haunt me forever. I gotta be strong. And yeah, no matter what the world is doing to us, if you know what I'm trying to say, like, I don't feel safe on the internet anymore, and I gotta be careful. Spoonman might try to take me down and trying to make me feel bad about myself and all that. I can't I can't let that happen. We gotta like deny ourselves and follow Christ. It's best to deny ourselves, no matter what the world did do to us. The world is just cruel and messed up. The world itself is bondage. It's straight up bondage. This evil world is bondage. And yeah, humans can be against humans can be against what am I trying to say? Like, humans can be against humans who put their faith in Jesus. You know, humanity is stubborn and arrogant. That's what I gotta say, and cruel at the same time. But yeah, they don't see what's going on, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. And yeah, just like what I said, I won't be on the internet. I won't be on the internet for too long, but I gotta be set away. I gotta be away from the internet if I can or not. I gotta be away from it. I got to. Being on the internet, it's a temptation. It is a temptation. And yeah, no matter what people say about you, but you gotta move forward. And yeah, and you gotta be strong. And yeah, and I think that's all I gotta say. Well, yeah, one more thing. There's you, what was it? I don't know if I said this or not, but there's no sex in heaven, but there is sex in this world. And yeah, you know, there's nothing wrong with being a virgin. There's nothing wrong with that, a virgin, and there's nothing wrong with being a heterosexual. I mean, I mean, if you're married, there's nothing wrong with heterosexuality in general, but homosexuality is wrong. But heterosexuality and lust, it's wrong. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. And brotherly love and and brotherly affection is not a sin. It's never a sin, and there's nothing wrong with that. And we gotta love our neighbors as ourselves, according to the scripture. And we shouldn't hate our neighbors. We should not. I know I seen that verse before, but it was years ago. I don't remember how many years, but yeah. And yeah, I think that's it. And I hope you guys are blessed, and I hope you guys move forward and never let these people hold you back. And I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless and peace.